Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name's Adam, this is my channel Adam Sews, and today is Friday, which means it's a Friday Sews, where I catch you up on what's been happening this week, what I've been sewing, what's coming to the sewing room, and some stock updates as well. So I thought I would go through what I've been sewing this week first of all, and I joined the lovely Sam from Sew Let's Sparkle with Sam social last Friday evening, and I cut out some more of the mini cases that I listed on my store last week. They went within 14 minutes from being launched on Friday evening, sorry. So there is another few that are going live tonight at 6 p.m. on my website. I will put a little countdown over on Instagram stories after this video goes up. So if you want to have a countdown, you can go and click add to countdown or whatever it does. So I thought I would go through the ones that I've made this week. This one is already been nabbed by the lovely Sam. So this one is covered in sewing machines. They've got the little sewing machine zip pull on there. It opens up, and this one is blue inside. So this one is already bag seed, so that one is not going on the store. But I have three more that are. This one here is very similar. It's got different hours of fabric. So it's got the blue sewing machines one side, and then the other side has got the painted roses from Curious and Curiouser, and the teacups. The inside of this one again has got a sewing machine on it with black zip pulls, and the inside of this one is pink with some of the hedgehogs down the centre. The third one that I did this week is my Hippos Don't Lie, which is this one here. It's got the lovely sewing machine ribbon on there with old vintage bananas. It's got this little tag that says, "Hey, you are amazing," because it's got a llama on there. The other side is my Hippos Don't Lie and the Trash Panda ribbon from Renaissance. This one's got a lovely little bumblebee zip, and inside this one has got the gift wrapped Velociraptors from Raw. And then the last one that I managed to get made this week is a bit of a bright one. It is the Alice floating in a sea of tears. So you've got Alice there, the duck, the teacup, the drink me bottle, the pocket watch, the dodo is in here. At the other side is the painted roses with a little handmade label, the teacup large ribbon. This one's got a little silver sewing machine on the zip pull, and inside has got the ombre zips and the homemade tape measure. So those are going live at 6 p.m. this evening on the store, alongside tons of other stock that came in this week. So I thought I'll go through the stock that's been added to the store this week, and then I'll go through what I have received throughout the week for my own personal stash. So two things that are on the store are these new 38mm webbings. These are really nice heavy duty webbings. There is the animal print, which is kind of the natural leopard print kind of colours, and then there is this lovely sort of grey tone peacock feather, which is sort of like a grey, a taupe, and black and silver. So that's really cute. So these 38mm, they're really good thick webbing, so they'll be really nice and strong for bags, straps and handles. So they are available on the store now. I've also added some Legacy cotton batting jelly roll rug batting pre-cuts. These are 100% cotton with scrim, so they are a lot more stable, so it doesn't break down if you wash it or anything like that. These are pre-cut at 2.5 inches, and they are 25 yards long, which is 22.9 meters. So if you're making a jelly roll, you'd probably want 2 of these, and then that would do you a full jelly roll to make a jelly roll rug, or to make a jelly roll handbag, and so on. If you can hear scraping around in the background, that is my crazy Luna, who's decided to have a crazy 5 minutes, haven't you? So yeah, if you can hear her scruffling around, that's why. She's obviously got a flea up her bum or something. The other thing that I've added are something that I actually started myself. So I actually ordered these because I wanted one to keep back for myself, which I will show you my one in a moment. But there is some Tapestry half stitch cross stitch kits. So there is this beautiful zebra. There is this lovely Magnolia Bird it's called, but I think it gives William Morris vibes. And then the one that I've kept for myself is this one here. So these I've only got in small quantities. I think there's only 2 or 3 of each of them. They are a complete kit. So they create a 40 centimetre, which is a 15.75 inch cushion. And you get, well, I'll show you what you get because I've opened this one up and started it already. So basically you get the full breakdown of the grid of where you stitch which colour and so on, and all of your breakdown of your colour guide. You get all of your wools that you need in there that are all numbered and colour coded, which is really helpful. You get your large count pre-printed tapestry, which as you can see I've already started doing some of the inside here. Not very well, I may add, because I am not a cross stitcher, but it's actually a lot easier than it looks. It's pre-printed, so you know where to stitch. You've got a colour key down here that you can add the coloured wools to if you wish to. I've just put some tape on the edge of mine just to stop the rough edges from rubbing on me while I'm stitching it, basically. And then you get a zip back panel as well for it, which is quite a nice soft canvas, and it's got the zip pre-installed. It's got an invisible pre-installed zip in there. So basically once you finish your tapestry part of the kit, it says that you can actually put some iron-on interface on the back of it, which will seal off all of your wool, and then you basically just put your backing on, stitch around the outside and turn it through, and then you've got yourself a lovely handmade tapestry cushion. So yes, there is the dogs, the zebras and the Magnolia Bird. So I thought they were really cool, and I really wanted to have a go at making one myself. So I thought, well, if I wanted to have one, I thought some other people might want one too. And they're a complete kit, and you don't really need anything for it. It even comes with the needle that you use to stitch it, which I thought was really helpful. The other thing that came in from the wholesalers this week is these super cute retractable tape measures that look like little balls of yarn. So they are a retractable tape measure. They have a little button on them here which you press and the tape measure goes back in. So yeah, these are 1.5 meters, which is 60 inches. Yeah, cute little tape measures. Just thought they were a nice little haberdashery item to add to the store. There's also embroidery needles on there. There's also white 2mm felt by the yard, which is really, really good for doing embroidery. Like if you're doing patches and stuff on the embroidery, like these ones here, because you can just stitch straight onto it once it's stabilized. This one actually has got some heat and bond on the back, so it can be iron transfer straight on. This was not stitched by me. I have stitched many of them, including the banana and other ones, but this one was actually kindly gifted to me by a friend that also has the Tula embroidery files and an embroidery machine. They're really good for quilt labels as well if you're stitching on to felt, because it doesn't fray, so you can trim about 1/8 of an inch around the edge of your design, heat and bond it on, and then you can just do a nice little blanket stitch by hand around the edge, or you can do a machine blanket stitch, or however you want to put it on, really. The other thing that turned up this week, which is something I've been waiting on a little while, because So Anonymous had run out of stock of these, so I had actually been on their wait list for when the stock came in, and I have managed to get some of the So Anonymous labels. These have been added to the store after the success of the Renaissance ribbon labels. So these are, some of them are these little cute peekaboo dogs that go in the side seams and different things, or you can tuck them into bindings so they just peek around the corner of things. And these are my personal favourite, which are the cat paws. So you get 4 in a pack. These ones are really, really cute. If you just imagine sewing one of those in to the side seam of a t-shirt and have a little cat paw poking out, or in the binding of a quilt, super cute. So yeah, we've added those to the store this week. So there is cat paws and peekaboo puppies. There's been a lot going on this week. There is Add a Quarter Plus rulers, which have gone online. These are, every time that I purchase these, they have, the company makes a donation to breast cancer as well for these. So the Add a Quarter Plus is slightly different to the standard Add a Quarter, which is this one here. So the standard Add a Quarter is an FPP ruler. It's got the ridge on there, so you can butt it up against the edge of your folded paper. As you can see, the Add Quarter Plus is quite substantially wider, almost double the width. This one has got a tapered edge on it, so you can actually use the tapered edge to fold your paper before you then use the other end of it to trim your paper, to trim your seam allowance down. And because it's that bit wider as well, it's actually a lot easier to put your fingers on when you're trying to hold on to it, rather than this one, which is quite narrow. So yeah, the Add Quarter Plus 6-inch pink limited edition ones are on there. And I think, going through everything, that is all that has been added to the store this week, I think. So moving on to what have I been up to in terms of what's been coming into the sewing room. And let's be real now, I went down another vintage wormhole during the last week, and some lovely lady listed some Fairy Flakes neon meter cuts of all of the colours, and they were so reasonably priced. So she put all 6 up for what worked out to be about £5 a metre. So I just thought, I might as well just have it. So these are all discontinued now anyway. So the fact that I could actually just get a few just to top up my own stock was really good, because I do like to use these as bag linings and different things. They also work really well as backgrounds and blenders. So I managed to get all 6 different colours for about, I think it was about £5 a metre it worked out. It was a bundle price, but it was just too reasonable to pass up. The other thing that turned up was another thing from Vinted, which was 1.5 metres of the black and white polka dot, which again, I was running low. I will use it. So there is perfectly viable reason to buy it. My Specky Seamstress subscription stuff turned up this week. I won't spoil the surprise for the binding and the woven labels that came in this month's label subscription and Bias Tapes Appreciation Society subscription, but I will share with you the lovely personalised binding that I got, which is part of the Sew Phoenix September challenge. So I bought 2 packs of this because I just thought it's a lovely monotone sort of binding. It will go in anything, and it says redesigned, remade, reimagined, and I thought, what a perfect thing to have in my stash to put in the bottom of my shirts and binding necklines and different things like that. And I love the Specky Seamstress binding. I use it on all of my shirt hems. I like to put it in the neckbands of t-shirts to stabilise the back of the neckband and to lay it flat. Yeah, it's just really handy binding to have. It's a really nice quality. It's nice and soft. And yeah, I thought, why not get some of the one that was to do with all of my lovely friends that are running the Sew Phoenix September challenge. I will be doing a vlog next weekend in relation to that. So if you haven't seen that yet, there's loads of vlogs throughout the month about Sew Phoenix September. And I will be putting one out next week. So that's pretty much all that came in, bar one extra thing, which was a gift from a lovely subscriber of mine, the lovely Carol. She reached out to me the other day and said that she had found some Tudor in her stash and would I like it. And of course, bear with me 2 seconds. Don't want to answer that number. I said to her, I'd absolutely love it. And she sent me a lovely chunk of the frog prints, which is this one is from All Stars, because it was originally from Prince Charming and then it got re-released in different colourways as part of All Stars when she done All Stars, which was the 25th collection. She's now on the 50th collection, so this was about half the time ago basically. And she also included some lovely jelly fizzy fish, which there was 2 bags. There is no longer 2 bags, there is just 1 bag, and I've only kept 1 bag up here so that I could actually show you. So the second bag may no longer exist very long after this video goes out. So yeah, massive thank you to Carol. I was very pleasantly surprised when this turned up, because I don't have very much of this, and because of that I don't ever use it. So now I get to use some because I know that I've got some in my stash. So yes, thank you for that, Carol. If you're watching, I really appreciate it. And I think that's pretty much it for this week. I have sewn something else this week, but I can't tell you because it's a pre-release test thing that I can't show, but I will show you as soon as I'm possibly able to. The other thing that I wanted to talk to you about just before I sign off for today is there is a very, very exciting announcement that is coming out. Maybe this weekend, maybe next weekend, but I will be putting a separate vlog out about that. And there will also be posts on social media through Instagram and through Facebook and through YouTube Shorts as well. So keep your eyes peeled for that. If you see another vlog pop up between today and next Friday, it will be an announcement about that particular exciting new thing. So I will see you all soon. I hope you've had a good week. I hope you get lots of sewing in, and I will talk to you all again very soon. Ciao for now.